We have announced charges in the largest money laundering operation in LAUSD's history. That's the Los Angeles Unified School District's history. The allegations are against two individuals. One of them is an IT, an information technology employee of the LAUSD. Her name is Hong Grace Peng. And what she did is she engaged in this money laundering scheme with an outside vendor. His name is Gotham Sampath, and his company is called enive. Now, when we went through the evidence in this case, and right now it's just allegations, but this is the evidence we intend to prove in court to find them beyond a reasonable doubt guilty. This is the type of evidence that you just shake your head, like you can't believe it. So let me give you a couple examples of some of the text messages that went back and forth between these two individuals. I'll take you all the way back to February of 2018, because this scheme ran from 2018 to 2022. So back on February 13, 2018, Ms. Peng enters into what's called the cone of silence, which means she's just been given as an IT employee a contract that is now going to get given out to vendors to bid on. And so she's under the cone of silence, and she reveals she has no conflict of interest with any of the vendors that are involved. But 2 days later, Mr. Sampath, who's one of the vendors, enive, texts Ms. Peng, and he says, delete all the WhatsApp chats that they have had. If anybody sees these texts about these internal things, it will be a problem. Because what Ms. Peng has been alleged to have done is give the internal blessings and information to Mr. Sampath so his company, enive, wins, and his company in turn will pay her over $3 million in the ensuing 4 years. So later in that year, June of 2018, Mr. Sampath texts Ms. Peng and says, what are the other opportunities in LAUSD that we can exploit? Any other area? And she responds, you mean all the RFPs, those are requests for proposals. And Sampath tests back, yes, bench. And Ms. Peng responds, yeah, a lot of them. And he responds, we need to reach our goal of 25 from LAUSD itself. Now, about a month later, she texts him back, and she says, you're so lucky. I'm on the selection committee. 5 companies responded. Sampath responds, well, what did you say enive is lucky? Peng responds, because you have me, LOL, on the selection committee. It's cone of silence. I broke all law for you already, LOL. I can't make this stuff up. And again, basically later in the year, in October of 2018, Ms. Peng texts Mr. Sampath and says, let's grab these money first. It's already in the pocket, low-hanging fruits. I spent a lot of time and effort to make sure the contracts /WO goes to enive. Don't throw it away. I understand your frustration, but let's get these money. It'll be good for us. I can handle LAUSD team, just have a little bit more patience. And then you have basically later in the year a situation where they continue these text messages going back and forth until eventually in the year of 2018 all the way through 2022, enive sends Ms. Peng's company these type of monies. In fact, one of the explanations of how that was going to go came from Mr. Sampath. And he is basically going back and forth with her, and she says Ram, a person who's actually involved in LAUSD, has apprehensions with so much money channeling to you. We need to come up with a lot of companies. And Ms. Peng responds, question mark? And Mr. Sampath responds to Ms. Peng, at least 3 to 4 to take out the money. Close to $1 million will be transferred to you. Easy to track unless we are very careful in how we do it. And Ms. Peng responds, should we start another company under a different name? I was thinking an investment company. So money come in as investing. Or I can set up a company in HK, that's Hong Kong, China, or Singapore. Again, you can't make this stuff up. Their own text messages will prove the mental intent, that intent to defraud, that intent to commit money laundering, this intent to violate our conflict of interest laws. And we intend to hold Ms. Peng, and Mr. Sampath guilty beyond a reasonable doubt when this case goes before a court or a jury.